I'm a grateful recovering alcoholic, and my name is Gina. I want to tell you a little bit about the great news this book has to offer. I have not had one crappy day in the 17 months I've been sober, and I've been trying to get sober for a long time. It wasn't until some of the men in AA sat down and read me the instructions from the big book word for word and explained it to me, because reading it on my own was never going to be successful until somebody actually sat down and read it to me and explained it to me. Somebody with 25 years recently told me that I'm so happy I should be locked up in a rubber room. For a second that hurt my feelings, and then I thought about it. A lot of people that come to meetings seem like it's a chore. This is the greatest news of my entire life. Not only did they write it down, they never told me what to do. They told me how they did it. Plain and simple. I do not tire or fear or have anxiety or become restless so easily. Why? Because I'm not doing all the work anymore. When I made that decision to turn my will and my life over to the care of God as I understood Him, that was really making a deal with God. I was saying, okay, although I'm not sure what I'm believing in, I know there is a power greater than myself that is restoring me to somewhat sanity, because I don't even know what sanity is. I've never been sane. But the insane thought of keep taking a drink when it wasn't even working for me, to escape what? To wake up to my problems piling up on themselves. I was willing to make that deal with God. Okay, you take away my obsession to drink, and what do I do in return? Now I have to answer to God. He's taken away my obsession to drink. That was His part of the bargain. Now I have to follow through with mine. And my commitment was, as a matter of fact, it was the only commitment I had ever made so far, was to follow through with the rest of the steps. I have not lost the commitment to the commitment yet. I have the same willingness today that I had 17 months ago. I don't even understand how some people chair meetings and have not even worked the whole 12 steps. 12-step meetings. Living these principles in all your affairs. It means living the steps in all your affairs. I'm such an alcoholic, I couldn't even come in and enjoy the coffee and donut and walk out and enjoy my life. You know, it's simple but not easy, or not easy but simple. A price must be paid. I feel like I paid it. I almost paid it with my life. Alcohol did not let me die. It watched me suffer. My kids suffered. There's no coincidences. I lived. Now that I know the truth about this illness, about what's wrong with my body and my mind, even if I didn't add alcohol into the equation, I have a design for living that really works. I'm just grateful the obsession to drink has been lifted, and I'm so grateful that I'm the one that gets to give this free gift away. That's the only way I get to keep it. It's not about making meetings and going about living my life. I don't get alone me time and have my hair and nails done, or do a step a week, or a step a year, or sponsor a girl here and there. I don't even raise my hand when they ask who is available to be a temporary sponsor. There's no such thing for this alcoholic. It was so bad for me, I have to do all of the components. And that includes making a lot of meetings to let the newcomer know this thing works. I don't have a lot of time, but 17 months lets you know that this thing works. There must be something about it. Those AAers must be right. AA did not survive this long because it wasn't successful. We don't get to come in, look good, sound good, eat the donuts, drink the coffee, and go out. And at least I don't. I was such an alcoholic. The only way I get to keep this is to frantically give it away. I don't get to sponsor one or two people. We're sponsoring groups of people. Big book studies like fires. Why? Because the first 100 did it, and they wrote down their experience, strength, and hope with us so that we may find a better way of life. I do not get to come in to the meeting, dump, complain, be miserable. I mean, the great news is that I have the great reality in my life. And to me, today, that's God. He does all the work. I do nothing. I have nothing to do with it. It's not a little bit about God, it's all about God. I haven't even begun to make videos outlining the steps because my passion is really getting to know you guys and letting you get to know me. We must build some trust and hope so that we can go further. I just want to let you know that there's a lot of you out there that God has used as a vehicle to get through to this thick skull. And I'm beyond grateful to God, to Alcoholics Anonymous, to my children who are more than supportive of me. They have tolerated me way too long. And now I have the joy of living. Thank you. More to come.